Want to appear more natural, at ease, and dare I say confident on camera? This video is for you. Getting comfortable showing up on video is a huge barrier for a ton of aspiring content creators. And I get it. It took me years to even let my Instagram community hear my voice. Despite creating content online since 2016, my introverted self did not speak online until 2019, which I know might be news to a lot of you because now it probably seems like I don't know how to shut up. And the thing is, it's not just introverts who struggle to show up on camera. Even the most extroverted of folks stiffen up when they press record. And that's because it's a skill that needs to be practiced and honed just like any other. And to help you sharpen that skill, I'll be sharing 10 tips to help you appear more confident on camera. And there is a reason why I say appear, because you can, and most of us do, fake it until we make it. And remember, the audience only sees your finished result, not the gajillions of takes of you stumbling over things. When I first started filming these talking head videos, it would take me well over an hour to produce just 15 minutes worth of content. Now I'm a little closer to 30 minutes. Sometimes we can hit under 20, but there's still tons of retakes. So the first lesson is kind of the baseline that we're going to build this entire foundation over. Consider it tip number 0. Don't try to be somebody you're not. You don't need to be this person or this person who delivers their content very seriously and through that conveys a lot of confidence. You also don't need to be this person who's super bubbly and over the top if that's not your vibe. Just be you. Sorry for the jump scare for all of that. I was so nervous and hesitant to start on YouTube because I was convinced that nobody would want to watch me or hear me. I thought that I was too low energy, that I was too introverted, that I wouldn't have that high energy wow factor that we often see from successful YouTubers. But I now get comments all the time from people who say that they enjoy my calm demeanor and way of delivering things, and that it's why they often prefer my content creating tips over somebody else's. You are for somebody, so just be you. Okay, so now let's get into the practical tips to help you be the best you can be on camera. So first, no shifty eyes. No checking off screen to your notes and back again, or allowing your eyes to dart back and forth to the monitor to make sure that you are centered on camera. It's very unnatural. It makes you seem uncomfortable and not very present with the person you're speaking to, i.e. the audience down the barrel of the lens. If you are using a script or referencing notes, remember to take a beat after each sentence, still looking at the camera to allow yourself to have space to cut. If your eyes glance down towards the end of your sentence, it's obvious that you have notes. And in regards to the flip out screen, you right there, train yourself not to look at it. If you have to remove temptation, center yourself, get in focus, and then flip the screen away. Number 2 is going to flip this a little bit because you do actually want your eyes to wander a little bit as you speak. Think about when you are conversing with a friend in real life. It's natural for your eyes to wander and for you to look up a little bit as you speak. It's really unlikely that you're staring directly into their soul, full eye contact, no blinking the entire time. It's funny how eyes shifting to the side or to notes feels a lot less confident than somebody looking up and away. It's because when you are looking away in thought, it seems like you are pulling the information and words from your own memory rather than from a piece of paper in front of you. It's really subtle, but it helps people really think that you know what you're talking about. Number 3, speaking of notes, make ones that work for you. Some people feel more confident when they jot down loose notes and riff the in-between parts. For these people, it allows them to feel less robotic than if they were trying to script something and read it word for word. Others, though, feel more confident with a full script, feeling more at ease when they don't have to try to memorize anything. Play with both and figure out what has a more natural and confident result for you. But note that either way, you are likely to seem more confident if you have some type of guideline. I've done both methods over the years, and I've now found that a full script works best for me. I pretty much detail things word for word, including the script for this video. This helps me make sure that I don't miss anything and also prevents me from rambling, which I'm extremely prone to doing, and which editing me really appreciates. But the key for me has been writing scripts that are really natural to my own way of speaking. I'll read them out loud and edit them as I go to make sure it really sounds like me. But I also don't really beat myself up if I stray from the script and feel inspired to riff a bit. But having the word for word script allows me to have a return point after I've gone on my tangent. Like this. This was actually a tangent that wasn't in my script. Number 4, imagine you're on a FaceTime rant. I don't know about you, but I am super in the zone, relaxed and comfortable when I am FaceTiming a friend. I also feel so much more casual when I'm talking to my phone like this than when I'm on camera, an actual DSLR or mirrorless camera, where the formality and like the professionalism of it all makes me clam up a bit. If you're brand new to speaking on camera, I really recommend you start with ranting on your Instagram stories or on TikTok, where the casual vibe is really natural to those mediums. When you're more casual, it makes you appear more confident. It's like you're completely unbothered that you are speaking to an audience that exists outside of your home. Number 5, remind yourself that you aren't really putting on a show. Creating content doesn't have to feel like a performance, like you're memorizing someone else's lines. It's pretty safe for me to assume that if you are speaking on camera about something, you probably know your stuff. It's not this big show. Again, you're just being yourself, sharing your knowledge, your experiences, especially if you were just talking about your own life and sharing the lessons you've learned along the way. Number 6, dial up your energy a bit. There's a lot of advice out there that encourages people to dial up their video voice or persona just a little bit above normal in order for it to be more engaging. And I think this is actually true. You still want to be yourself, but yourself plus a little extra so that your energy can be felt through the camera. This is probably how I would be if I were talking to you in person. While it might be perfectly fine and maybe even engaging in person, it just comes across as extra flat on camera. Now, I don't think you need to go overboard with over-the-top delivery. Just find what's natural for you. A good exercise is to film yourself speaking at different levels, dialing up your energy at 10 or 25% increments every time, all the way to 100%. I know this is going to feel silly, but from there you can dial it back to a level that feels comfortable for you and looks good on camera. And the key here is to watch yourself back at each of these levels with a critical eye. So maybe this is somewhere between 0% to 10%. Maybe for you, this is 50% of your energy and this feels perfectly right. Maybe 75% feels a little too much for you, but you actually like the way that it feels on camera and it still kind of feels like yourself. And don't get me started on 100% energy. It's too over the top for me, but maybe for you, this feels perfectly right. I'm sorry about that. And maybe the thing is, my 100% is only like your 40%. Maybe you are actually a super extroverted, excitable person. Remember, we're all different, and your audience will come to you for your level type. Number 7, move your body. Gesture, adjust your position here and there. Run your hands through your hair, which I can't actually do right now. But you will actually catch me in my content adjusting my head wrap or like playing with my twists. Similar to having natural eye movement, all these different gestures and movements signal a level of ease to your audience, like you're comfortable and you know what you're talking about. It's also similar to how we hold ourselves and move when we talk to our friends in real life. Number 8, do something. There's a reason why get ready with me's are super intriguing. Make coffee, be working on something, do your makeup, and do it all while you talk. Again, this makes things feel like less of a performance. Like you actually know your stuff, you can multitask, you don't have to think about it, you know what you're talking about, and you're so at ease that you don't have to commit your entire brain power to it. And it makes things more interesting to your audience. Number 9, get comfy, if the style of your content allows. As we've talked about, the key to appearing more confident is seeming more relaxed and at ease, unbothered. So allow yourself to physically get comfortable. You'll actually be pretty surprised by how your body position can change your communication style. Like, I'm sure there's something psychological at play here. I find that whenever I've done talking head videos where I have to put my chair in the center of the room, or it requires me to sit up super straight without anything to kind of lean on, that my delivery feels a little bit more robotic, a little bit more like a performance, less natural, and I statistically have to do way more takes to get my point across. The videos where I'm like leaning on my desk, sitting on the couch, elbow kind of propped up on a table. They all just feel so much more natural. So if you find yourself feeling really stiff in your delivery, see how you can mix up your environment or move your body into a position that allows you to relax more. And number 10, get uncomfortable. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but practice stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things like filming outside in public, or maybe even practice with someone else in the room with you. It'll make filming alone in the comfort of your own home feel like a safe haven. For the longest time, I would get so uncomfortable filming when Darren, my husband, was in the room. I would usher him out, send him to the bedroom on the opposite side of our apartment, ask him to close the door and put in headphones before I would even feel comfortable and confident enough to press record. Once I worked up the courage to actually film with Darren around or to film outside in public, and I could actually have Darren assisting me by holding the camera in places that I didn't have a tripod, it not only opened up the potential of what I could be filming, it also just made me feel much more sure of myself on camera in general. I think I'm actually getting eaten out here. I did not put on my bug spray. And finally, practice, practice, practice. Keep recording yourself showing up on camera, even if you don't do anything with the footage. It's also great to just have that footage to look back on and to see how far you've come. And if you want some more tips on how to make it as a content creator, watch this next. Thanks for watching, and until next time.